learning how to be still, to really be still and let life happen. That stillness becomes a radiance. Was I always going to be here? No, I was not. I was going to be homeless at one time, a taxi driver, truck driver, or any kind of job that would get me a crust of bread. You never know what's going to happen. The best way to guarantee a loss is to quit. I am going to stop calling you a white man, and I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I always tell my kids, if you lay down, people will step over you. But if you keep scrambling, if you keep going, someone will always give you a hand. Always. But you gotta keep dancing, you gotta keep your feet moving. I do know there are a lot of people who seem to be in my corner, and that's, of course, wonderful. I'm really more interested in the nomination than in the award, because I think the nomination just puts you within a group of outstanding actors. Let me be the first to tell you, drinking alcohol is the worst thing to do in cold weather. Hot soup is the best because the process of digesting food helps to warm you up. If you live a life of make-believe, your life isn't worth anything until you do something that does challenge your reality. And to me, sailing the open ocean is a real challenge, because it's life or death. But I can say that life is good to me. Has been and is good. So I think my task is to be good to it. So how do you be good to life? You live it. I find it difficult to watch myself. I find it boring. And some places you've been before are so great that you don't ever mind going back. Some places you've been before you don't ever want to go back, you know, like Montreal in the winter. I gravitate towards gravitas. When I was a teenager, I began to settle into school because I discovered the extracurricular activities that interested me, music and theater. One of the things you can always depend on, this is one of the truths of the universe, and you heard it first from here, whatever we decide we want to do is what we do. I've been living with myself all of my life, so I know all of me. So when I watch me, all I see is me. It's boring. It's what I learned from the great actors that I work with. Stillness. That's all, and that's the hardest thing. I want to thank everybody and anybody who ever had anything to do with the making of this picture. As you grow in this business, you learn how to do more with less. Dr. Martin Luther King is not a black hero. He is an American hero. People need to start to think about the messages that they send in the movies. I'm not one for blaspheming, but that one made me laugh. There's no mystery to it. Nothing more complicated than learning lines and putting on a costume. Life doesn't offer you promises whatsoever, so it's very easy to become, whatever happened to? It's great to be wanted. I spent a few years not being wanted, and this is better. I knew at an early age I wanted to act. Acting was always easy for me. I don't believe in predestination, but I do believe that once you get wherever it is you are going, That is where you were going to be.